Alright, another application that we can do now that we are pretty good at solving equations is doing these consecutive integer problems. So in this particular problem they say the sum, so sum means plus, of two consecutive integers is 611. Find the two integers. So to give you an example of two consecutive integers, the number 5 and the number 6 are consecutive integers, one after the other. To get from 5 to 6, I need to add 1. Or if I did like 10, the next consecutive integer would be 11, and to get from 10 to 11, I would add 1. Now we don't know what the number is, so we're going to call it x. And following the same pattern, the next consecutive integer would be x plus 1. So we just add 1 like we did in the other examples there. Okay? So we're going to be adding x and x plus 1, that's the sum, and that's going to be 611. So x plus 1 is equal to 611. Remember, your first things you want to try with an equation, I was going to pause it, was to look for combining like terms and distributive properties. So you see you have two x's, which makes 2x plus 1 equals 611. The weaker operation is addition, so we're going to subtract 1 from both sides. Alright, so we have 2x is equal to 610. We will divide both sides by 2. So x will be 305. Okay, so 305 is the first integer. The next consecutive integer is 306. So 305 plus 306 is 611. Okay. I'm going to do one other one with consecutive, I think, odd integers. And if you can do consecutive odd integers, the same idea holds for consecutive even integers. So let's say the sum of two consecutive odd integers is 1424. And then we want to find those two integers. Okay, so we'll do real basic. Like if we go with 1, 1's an odd number, so odd numbers are not going to be divisible by 2. The next consecutive odd integer would be 3. So to get from 1 to 3, I had to add 2. Now if I look at another example, let's say, I don't know, we'll look at 15. The next consecutive odd integer would be 17. So I would need to add 2. So if my first integer is x, to get to the next odd one, I would need to add 2. I need to add 2. Okay, so I'm going to take this sum of two consecutive, so one after the other, odd integers, and that's adding them together is 1424. So I'm going to say x plus 2 is going to be equal to 1424. Okay, so x plus 2 is equal to 1424. I'm going to combine my like terms and get 2x plus 2 is equal to 1424. We'll subtract 2 from both sides. 2x is equal to 1422. And then we'll divide both sides by 2, and we'll get 711 as my first consecutive odd integer. To get to the next one, we would add 2, and the next one would be 713. So those would be my two consecutive odd integers.